Well, hello. I'd like to begin this presentation by talking to you a little bit about pedagogy, about what actually informs my teaching strategy. Basically, I believe that a good teaching strategy means that you practice what you preach. So in this prezi, you're going to be seeing exactly how I teach my students, okay? I do these videos every single week. I try to keep them short. I know I speak a little too fast sometimes, but the students can play these again, all right? I'm trying to keep the bandwidth down for them, and I'm trying to keep them short because of attention span type issues, all right? Basically, I think good teaching is based on good research, it's based on plenty of interactivity with your peers, and it's based on plenty of interactivity with your students, of course, all right? At IPFW, we are particularly blessed with a whole host of resources, including a faculty that has already done a lot of research into these issues, particularly into internet issues, since that's what we're talking about today. We have Michelle Druin and Lisa Vartanian from 2009 with their paper, Students' Feeling of Desire for a Sense of Community in a Face-to-Face and Online Classes. And I'm not going to reveal to you what their conclusions are, but this is a paper that is heavily informed my own teaching, all right? Then we also have Marcia Dixon's paper, also from 2009, about creating effective student engagement in online courses. What do students find engaging? Well, I will kind of give it away. They find engaging a lot of interactivity with their instructor, all right? That's kind of a no-brainer. Then, of course, we're very, very blessed here at IPFW with CELT and DECCO, two incredible support organizations that provide a whole host of resources, both for face-to-face and online teaching. And then I'm also personally blessed with two really great department chairs, English department and communications department. Both of those chairs go over my teaching strategies with me every year, help me reflect on them, and also say very nice things about them, which I really appreciate. And notice I say chairs plural. If you haven't already caught this, I am a continuing lecturer with the Department of English and Linguistics, and I also have the wonderful opportunity to teach journalism J210, visual communications online, and I'll get into that in a little bit more detail in a second, all right? But that's a great opportunity because it expands the scope of my internet teaching, which I in turn fold back into my English teaching, okay? I teach all of my courses basically the same no matter what the subject matter is. I believe that a good strategy carries across several platforms, also carries across face-to-face teaching too. Backing up a bit and going back to face-to-face teaching, I think you might find it interesting to note that I did my graduate work at IPFW and had a wonderful opportunity in the English department, all right, in composition and in American literature to really watch some terrific face-to-face teaching. And I was also introduced to internet teaching then too. This is back in the year 2000, all right? This is back in the dark ages almost. So I've seen a lot of quality face-to-face teaching in action. I've taught face-to-face many years, and I do believe that I am informed by my own face-to-face teaching. I'm also informed by something I learned in graduate school, all right? I was introduced to an article by Jeffrey Summers in College Composition and Communication called the Student Teacher Memo, and you'll see quite a bit about this in the rest of the Prezi. It's a very highly interactive tool that allows you to actually look inside your students' heads, and my students love them, and I'll be giving you evidence and proof of this. By the way, you'll notice I'm working from note cards. This is how I do these videos for my students. Each week I don't practice them, but I do think about ahead of time, and I do have notes to make sure I cover everything, and I get a lot of positive feedback on them too. Okay, students like the fact that I'm human, and this is reflected in Marcia Dixon's work, by the way. They like humanized teachers. They like this. Sometimes my dog barks in the background. They like that. They always make a comment on that. My teaching is also informed very heavily by peer review. In 2004, I was awarded a DECCO grant for developing English W131 online. This, of course, was heavily peer reviewed. In 2008, I received a DECCO grant to develop Journalism J210 online to convert it from a face-to-face class to an online class. All right, this is peer reviewed. And then most recently, I had a lovely opportunity through the cooperation of Division of Continuing Studies and CELT to have formalized peer review at the hands of Dr. Michelle Druin, which is a tremendous experience. My English, the latest version of my English W131 class was peer reviewed, and I got just a ton out of that, okay? I made many changes, simplified the course. I'm getting a lot of feedback on that too. And I'll get into some of these later on in the Prezi in a little bit more detail. I'm also on the peer review team, the CELT peer review team, the Quality Matters group that actually peer reviews other faculty members' classes, online classes. And this is very much a two-way street like all peer review is. You learn as much by looking at somebody else's class as you do by reviewing that class, by critiquing that class, okay? So I don't want to be rambling on in these videos. I do try to keep them short for attention span issues and also for bandwidth issues. So if you'd please go ahead and press the right arrow key directly at the bottom of the Prezi, that will take you to the next issue that I'd like to talk about. So thank you for paying attention to this one.